Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Butterfly here, and today I am getting ready for the fall season and I got a fall TBR for you. So this does not include thrillers. That will be a separate video because you know I love thrillers. But do I expect to get through all of these books? Definitely not. But I went through my shelves and I pulled out everything that gave me that fall vibe and just something that I think would be better if I read it during the fall season. And I do include November and fall, so I got 3 months to go through this, so we should be good. Well, 2, because September's almost over. It's halfway through, but you know, it's fine. 2 months, I'll probably read one of these books, but that's fine. That's okay. We'll figure it out. So let's go through this list of books. So the first book on this list is Graceling. I love the cover, and I'm basing my fall things from either words in the title or the cover itself. And I'm basing it solely off this cover. I don't know what it is. Something about gold gives me fall vibes. So this book I know nothing about, but it was recommended to me by one of my best friends, so I had to pick it up, so I did. And I've had it for about a few months now, so I think it's time that I read it, even though I have books that have been on my shelves for years upon years upon years, but that's okay. So I'm gonna read the beginning of the back. Yeah, hopefully the first paragraph on the back gives you enough information about Graceling. But I feel like this is a really popular book and it's been out for a while, so you probably know what it's about. In a world where people born with an exceptional skill known as grace are both feared and exploited, Casta carries the burden of a skill even she despises, the grace of killing. And that sounds interesting. I think fantasies and stuff like that are really, really good for the fall time. I just think it matches like the aesthetic and the coziness of fall. The next book is When Stars Come Out. I picked this because of the premise. It's academia based, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So this book, When Stars Come Out, is about a girl who can turn spirits into coins, and she loses one of the coins. This is based at a girl's new school, which is why I was thinking it was like academia fall vibes. I think this is really interesting, and recently somebody else I know picked this book up. I've had this book for about a year. I got it on discount, but somebody on YouTube, I want to say Destiny, recently picked it up during her book buying ban over book haul. So obviously there are people interested in this book, but I haven't really seen anybody talk about it since before then. Next is A Wilderness of Stars. I don't know anything about this book. It was gifted to me for Christmas last year, but the cover is giving me like this fall celestial vibes, the coziness, you know. This is the fear that Mom spoke about. On nights when she couldn't sleep, when she watched the bridge above the river for signs of someone coming, she was terrified that someday we'd be found. I never truly understood the panic she felt, the sharpness at the back of the neck when you know you're being hunted, but now I do. It's also by the author of Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. I'm also seeing star signs mentioned in here, and I feel like fall time is the best time for astrology. Obviously, astrology is year-round, but you know what I mean, right? You get the vibe I'm saying, right? I hope so, anyway. The next two have dragon in the title. They are middle grades, and they were gifted to me, but I think dragons, fantasy, the best time to read dragon books is fall. So first we have Dealing with Dragons, which is book 1 in the Enchanted Forest Chronicles. And then we have Dragon Slippers, which she wanted dragon gold, she got a pair of shoes. When Krill's aunt sacrifices her to a dragon, Krill refuses to wait for a knight to rescue her. After bargaining for her escape and wanting a pair of blue slippers from the dragon's hoard, Jill sets out to find her own fortune in the king's city. Along the route, she meets and befriends another dragon who helps her find her way. But when she arrives to the city, strange things start to happen, and Jill realizes that her mysterious slippers are more than just a pair of shoes. We love a mystery, we love fantasy, we love magic, so I think that's the best time to read is fall. Meet Princess Samorian, a princess who refuses to be a proper. She's everything a princess is not supposed to be. Headstrong, tomboy, and smart, and bored. And she runs away to live with a dragon, but not just any dragon, one of the most powerful, dangerous dragons around. Next one, obviously I picked this because it's vampire. Halloween is in fall, and I got this from the dollar store. A bad breakup really can mess up with a girl. So this, I don't think he's actually a vampire. Obviously, Josie Griffin is not a vampire, but I just think it would be nice to read this. You know, the cover matches the vibe, you know, but this is basically she gets cheated on, and I believe it's her journey. First, the boyfriend had cheated on her with her best friend. He totally deserved the baseball bat to his windshield. Then the court ordered community service, and now the court ordered anger management therapy with a bunch of kids who think they're supernatural beings. Everyone knows there's no such thing as fairies, vampires, werewolves, or Greek gods, especially not in Indianapolis. Although that Greek god does look pretty godly, and that fairy girl is a little sprite. But one thing is for sure. Though she may be a formal cheerleader turned rebel, Josie Griffin is not a vampire. And I just think that would be cool, you know, whether it is actual fantasy or it's not, I think it's still going to be cool to, like, go into the mind of people who like to play pretend. I don't know, LARPing to me is like a fall activity, even though LARPing is year-round and probably done most in the summer because people have the time off. But when I think of LARPing, I think of, like, vampires. I don't know why. Something about vampires and LARPing is, like, in my head. Like, the movies. I don't know. Okay. Let's not get sidetracked, but a good genre of films is LARP films, and I highly recommend it. I'm just putting that out there. Next one was also gifted to me. As all of you guys know, James Patterson written tons of books. But this one is Witch and Wizard. It is a middle grade book, and I picked this for fall reads because witches, wizards, you know, fall time, it goes together. You know, it goes together. Everyone can agree witches and wizards go together in fall. How would you feel if you found out your parents have been keeping a secret from you all your life? What if you got kidnapped in the middle of the night and were accused of being a witch or a wizard, and then you were told that everything you loved, your books, your music, your pictures, were banned forever? Meet brother and sister Wit and Wisley. All good. This is their story. Read it before it's too late. Escape Room is a short little read. I picked this because, I don't know, I feel like puzzles, stuff like that is a good thing to read during the fall. It's not necessarily cozy, but it keeps you on your toes, you know. All they need to do is get out. Alyssa, Sky, Milas, and Mint are ready for the night of fun in Escape Room. It's simple. Choose their game, get locked in a room, find the clues, solve the puzzle, and escape the room in 60 minutes. But what happens if the game master has no intention of letting them go? We have Cemetery Boys. I've talked about Cemetery Boys so much on all of my social medias over and over and over and over and over again, saying I'm gonna read this book, I'm gonna read this book, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna read this book. I need to read this book. This is definitely fall vibes. It is set. Now, I already know I cannot pronounce these characters' names properly. I have been corrected in the past, so bear with me while I read the back of this book. The spirit's face was screwed up tight in a grimace. His fingers knotted into the material of his jacket. He wore a hooded black leather jacket over a white tee, faded jeans, and a pair of Converses. That's not Miguel, Mauricio turned to whisper, but she'd never been very good inside voice. She's never had a very good inside voice. Yudiro groaned and dragged a hand over his face. On one side, he'd actually summoned a real-life spirit. On the not-so-bright side, he had summoned the wrong one. Also, this book has female to male trans rep in it, and you know that's my cup of tea as someone who is FTM trans. The last book is the Holly Black adult novel. The cover looks great. Now, I have heard mixed reviews on this book. A lot of people say that it seems like there wasn't an editor for this book, so I don't know how well this is going to go, but I did pick it solely for the cover. The Book of Night, I did not say the title, but A Book of Night, just gives me that fall, cozy, warm vibes, you know. Charlie Hall has never found a lock she couldn't pick, a book she couldn't steal, and a bad decision she couldn't make. Determined to survive, she's up against a cast of doppelgangers, miraculous billionaires, gloomists, and the people she loved best in the world, all trying to steal a secret that will give them a vast and terrible power. So that's interesting, but to be honest, I don't really know much about this book, whether it's going to be good or bad, because I've heard so many mixed reviews. But I did put this on this list because it just, the cover gives me that vibe. You know, it gives me fall vibes, you know? You know what I'm saying, right? I hope you do. So this is all of my fall reads, or hope to read, to be read, you know, my TBR for fall. I don't know if I'll actually get to all of these, but I have these down, so if I want to feel more in the fall vibe, I want to get some coziness, I want to bundle up, think about fall. I don't have a fireplace, so I can't bundle up by the fire, but you know, bundle up, think about fall time, pick a book. I got books to pick from now, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. What are some of your fall reads? Now, most of these I picked from my bookshelves because I did not want to buy any new books, so a lot of these are not new whatsoever. They're like at least a year old and past that. So do you guys have any recent releases that you think are fall ready? What books have you wanted to read in fall, you've been putting off because they're fall vibes? Come on, there's got to be at least one book that you think, I need to read this in fall. I hope you guys liked this list. If you want to check out more of me, check out my Eclectic Collected channel and let me know if you liked this video by liking it. If you would like, it's okay if you don't. So I will see you guys next time in another video. So peace out, rock on, love you world, don't forget to grow your wings, fly to the sky, make sure everyone knows your name. Love from my screen to yours. Bye, my little buff-ass Cameron.